Okay, I have finally, after years of trying to track down one, I finally found a parts chassis Stalker 20 or Stalker XX. This one is not a FCC licensed one. This is an export radio. And the two things that make it an export radio, for starters, we can see here, it has a FM position, and this high-low switch is not tuned. That's factory installed high and low channels. So basically factory channels in low, and then gives you 40 upper channels. And what they did to accomplish that, that's the two only real differences between this Stalker 20 and the normal Stalker 20 you'd find here in the US. And this one is very, like I say, it's parts chassis. You only need one thing, and that's this little tiny circuit board. Could have made one, but you know, I'd like to have. I'm restoring one. It's the last Teaberry Stalker in my collection that is not completely restored. I have every single one. I have one of these in mint condition almost, but for some strange reason, somebody had disabled this switch and removed this board. I'm assuming they stuck it in another one, because all this circuit board is, you can see there's two crystals on it. It's just a crystal switching board. So it removes the crystal that would normally be mounted down here. That crystal's then moved up to this board, and then there's an extra crystal added for when the switch is in the high position for your extra 40 channels. But you can look at it, it's a standard Uniden board, you know, nothing special here. You know, it's not like it's an oddball board. This is, you know, extremely popular board if you're used to looking at, you know, Cobras. You're looking at Cobra 2000s. Basically, you know, everything in here is pretty much the same, not a lot of differences. You know, runs, as you can see there, standard MD8719 PLL chip. One of the other things that makes this different than the US version, like I say, this also has FM mode. So it has a FM board tied in here on the underside, has a FM modulator demodulator board that's tied in, and actually you can. That's another thing I've seen people do is, I've actually run into this exact board, which I can't remember the number off the top of my head. It is a PC743AA. I've actually run into this circuit board in a Cobra 2000 GTL one time. I found one in a, God, I can't remember what the heck that other one was. It was another Cobra, but it was a mobile radio that somebody had installed it into. You know, like I say, this is just a standard Uniden chassis, and it's just a matter of where it's tied in. It's not actually that hard to do. It's just basically bypassing your AM circuit, you know, modulation circuit, because FM is frequency modulation. So it basically uses all the standard layout for normal radio, but when it comes to modulation, that's when it switches over for FM. But like I say, this is just a parts chassis, so now I can finally, after all this time, dig mine back out, stick that one little board in, and get it completed, and have a complete lineup now of all of the Teaberry Stalkers in, you know, restored working condition. So, like I say, this long hunt for years has been for this tiny little, you know, factory board. Like I say, I could have made one. I mean, shoot, as simple the layout is. I mean, I even had the board layout. If I'd really been, you know, desperate, I could have even shipped that out, you know, to get the you know, factory-looking OE board, you know, manufactured by a PCB maker. But I just like to have the original. That way, I'm not, you know, somebody ever asks, I can say, yep, it's all original, except for, of course, the caps have been changed in mine. So, and this one was, oh my God, and this is actually clean. I have already vacuumed out about a quarter pound of, I guess, cat fur and bug, most polite way to say it's bug crap, but you can see it's still extremely nasty and dirty down in there. What looks like fungus growing in there, that's actually just a bunch of that fuzz and fur, and Lord knows where this thing has lived its life. You know, it's kind of a shame, because they're rare radios to start with. And actually, I feel really bad for this radio, because I think this might be number 6. I mean, I have a lot of Teaberries, but I'm not 100% sure about their serial number system. And, of course, this doesn't have an FCC ID tag. they have the little paper sticker here with the serial number, and there's no FCC tag on the back. But look at this serial number, 43000006. Most serial numbers, when they have really high digits like that, that's not actually part of the serial number. A lot of times that'll be a date code. That's usually the serial number. It's kind of like cars. It's, you know, you look at the VIN number of your car, it's the last, 8 digits are your actual serial number. All the beginning digits are just identifiers for type of vehicle, the manufacturer, and whatnot. I think this might actually be number 6. Now, that would be for the exports. It wouldn't be number 6 of the standard Teaberry Stalker 20, but I think this might actually be serial number 6 of the export version. So that's a crying shame. I mean, I guess if I really wanted to, you know, the cover's kind of crappy looking. Yeah, you know, it's just a shame. It's, like I said, it's in pretty rough shape, though it's complete, minus meters. I mean, I might even plug it in. Might actually try it, because I don't actually see anything missing. Nothing really looks out of place. Oh, what the hell. Everybody likes a good smoke storm every once in a while. So what we'll do is stick it on the Variac up here. Let's see here. Power manual. That's off. And we'll turn the Variac on. And slowly turn the voltage up. Well, and the clock's working. And we're only at, what, 65 volts. No real current draw to speak of. Let's try turning it actually on at 65 volts. We have a channel display. Holy shit. You know, this radio might actually work. Boy. I guess the next thing to do is I need to hook up a microphone. So let's see. 5-pin. Do some digging here. Let's see. That would be... should we get after number 5? Of course, I could wander over into the other room and actually grab a Teaberry microphone. Let's see here. This should be it. Get this existing one off of here. And hook up an antenna, or actually dummy load. Okay, let's try this again. Huh, we have sound. Well, let's continue cranking the voltage up here. We're up to about 95 volts. Oh, I might as well just go the whole way. Take it up to 120. No, hardly any current draw. Hell, even the light bulbs still work. Okay, I guess we can try a moment of of course, you see the inside of this thing, so you know these controls are, holy shit, dirty. Give them a quick spin here. Modulation. Okay, gains up, mic gains up. Tone doesn't matter. Squelch down. Holy shit, it's got output. Let's see if it's even on frequency. We'll just go to 27.185. And look at that. 27.184.586, so that's just out of alignment. We'll flip our little high switch here. 27.3. 27634,402, because that should actually be 27635. Output power is at 5 watts. Audio. Swings to about 14. Switch to sideband. Audio. What a crying shame. This thing's in this bad a shape. Well, I guess we'll see if... Let's get the signal generator on over here. Channel 19, AM. What's it at? That's at about 150. Let's turn that up the whole way. 150 microvolts. Of course, we obviously can't see signal deflection, but it actually receives. Let's go over here and turn. Yeah, it's pretty far out. There's 10 microvolts. Bet I could bring that back really quick with just a quickie alignment by ear. There's one more. Reception is definitely starting to come in here. Definitely picked up some. So let's see if we can hear down below 10. There's 3 microvolts. Yeah, she's still pretty low. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's way out of whack there. That core shouldn't be down that far. Usually these are fairly close to top of travel. That just goes to show you, though, a radio in this poor a condition. Oh, wait a minute, hell, my wrong adjustment. That from the looks of it has not seen the light of day, other than probably whatever crept through a barn window. As a cat slept on it. Actually works. It works fairly well. Oh man, that's a shame. Let's see if the clock actually works. Let's see, clock. Fast. Slow. Now what do we have? The clock's at 2:51. So let's just put it on auto and see if it kicks on. Shouldn't take too long here for it to click over to 253. I'm assuming it will, so the LM38, yep, there it just came on all by itself. So it's a 38, what, 83. LM8361, so the clock IC's still good. So, man, what a shame. Old beat up, crusty barn find, basically, in a horrible condition that actually works very well from the looks of it. Honestly, all it would need would be a pair of meters, a cap job, in extremely good scrubbing. lots of isopropyl alcohol. And, man, it would probably be a really nice radio. But like I say, that's not why I bought it. I didn't buy it for a working radio. I bought it for that tiny little circuit board. That's all I wanted, just that little guy. So, there you go. Just goes to show you what a piece of shit, what looks like a piece of shit, can actually turn out to be a gem in the rough. I guess if you were desperate enough and didn't care what your radio looked like, you could just slap some meters in there, not even need any covers, and just stick it up on the shelf and use it. But, yep, there you go. There's the basically barn find Teaberry Stalker 20.